Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Morningstar with a brand new Final Stand Remastered video. Sorry for the little break that I took. I'm just really focused on school right now, but I'll pump this out just for you guys. So, it has been a month since Final Stand Remastered is released after a whole year of wishing, praying, begging for it to come out. And now that we've all having ourselves a definitive long-term taste of how the game feels, I will give you my input on it if you care. I mean, I'm sure you do considering you clicked on the video, but um we'll just get right into that honestly. I made a video similar to this, but it was more so how I feel about it. This is more so like a genuine rating, like just like my experience playing the game, right? Everything all together. And I hope it is similar to your experience as well. So, let me just get into thoughts about the game in general. I really like how it looks. I like how it plays. It feels smooth when it's not lagging or when the server is blowing up. I think the community is great. I think the whole concept of like all the new features and content that people can do in it basically it incentivizes a way for people to play together and not just alone. Although I do wish there was a way to play alone that was well more rewarding. Playing with friends, I will admit, is nice. And that's kind of what the game really caters towards to, group play, like world events, raids, helping each other out with dungeons, all that. It really makes you want to like call up your buddies and be like, "Hey, let's play some grinding and do some hours playing the game," and that's fun. I think that's what I like about the game the most. Aside from, well, obviously the PvP. I will make a statement pretty clear about this actually. I want my channel to be more about the PvP and the competitive scene of Final Fantasy Remastered. I'll be honest with you, I don't really care about the grinding that much. I mean, it's cool, yeah. I mean, I have some fun, but I'm more of a competitive guy. And which brings up a thing, right? Grinding, okay? We're going to get a little negative here, but it's okay, honestly. You guys will lock in when I tell you this. I think we can all relate to this. Sometimes you got to look at yourself and say, I'm not doing all that. When I first saw the Halloween update and I saw that I had to get 80,000 candies to get a race that will eventually be free for everybody, I did the speed face and I'm like, oh hell no. There's no way I'm about to devote 5 hours of my time that I have home. Mind you, I have a family, I have a love life to worry about, I have school, I have a job. I am not about to spend my next 5 hours beating up NPCs to farm candy and get rewards. You want to know what I did with my candy? The only thing that I used my candy for was getting all of the emotes and all of the accessories because I know those actually have like a value to them that are only limited time. The Tuffle race, okay, Tuffles, or more specifically, Baby Vegeta, is my favorite villain in Dragon Ball. Yes, that might be a crazy take for many people, but to me, I don't care. Baby is my favorite villain, and GT is my favorite version or iteration of Dragon Ball as a whole. I was not, I was just not willing to do it. I didn't want to do it, and it brings up more about the game in general. The grind and all that, like I don't know, man. I feel like it's just doing too much. Sometimes I just want to turn my brain off and play the game while I'm like eating food and watching TikTok. Like back on old Final Stand here. See, I could literally just play with one hand on the controller and like just melt my brain with like YouTube or something. I can't do that on this game. Unfortunately, this game requires me to use my brain, and I don't like that. But that's just a me thing, all right? The game definitely makes you think like in a lot of like quick timing situations, but that is a good thing. But for me, I would rather play the game at a lot more relaxed pace. I mean, they might say that, oh well, the rewards are for more dedicated players. Dedicated as in what? You mean players that just have nothing to do all day? You mean people that just like do nothing? Like, don't get me wrong. I love this game, all right? I mean, hey, I dedicated my whole channel to it. I literally dropped a game that I was doing surprisingly good at in numbers. I dropped it just to play Final Stand Remastered. See, I do this for love of the game. And this, I'm not doing that for love of the game. Hell no. You're crazy if you think I'm gonna do all this grinding nonsense to get like a minuscule advantage over others. And even then, I feel like the content, there's so much content in this game, but I feel like people just take it up already. I mean, once you get past like level like 80 or 90, all you're really doing is just raids and dungeons and raids and dungeons, maybe some PvP, which I will dive into extensively on that. But there's not really much else to do. Like even now, I mean, okay, I hate that these words about to come out of my mouth, but the game is kind of dying. I tried going into rank the other day and I just couldn't find any servers. Um I cannot contain my frustration for this any longer, actually. The PvP, the combat, ranked, all of it, right? Okay, who's ready for the legendary yap session here? Okay. I don't like how ranked and combat in this system is. Okay, I don't like it. I really did try to like it. I just don't like it. Okay, look, even in the overworld, like the normal game, right? The only real incentive that you have to beating up people is just the bounties, right? But even then, you're just going around beating people up, and it's not even like a fun thing. You're probably gonna interrupt them while they're grinding or something. It just makes me feel bad. But there's not really a competitive scene right now. I mean, well, obviously, right? The game just came out a month ago. I'm not expecting every single person to start grinding the leaderboards and like becoming the best Final Stand remastered player, right? But I think that's like a me thing. I think there's not really that much of a competitive scene, but there are a couple of factors that I think could go into this. Um, Firstly, Dex Serious, I love you, man. I like your work on a lot of things, but please never make a rank system again. um, the whole thing with like ranked, here's how I see it. You're sitting in a tight area where you wait, regardless on whether it's your match or not, or worst case scenario, you lose your match. You have to sit there and watch other people fight. And God only knows how long that's going to take, right? And with all these things that prolong a match, whether it be healing, whether it be literally reviving, or any other random nonsense or bugs that happen, it just gets ridiculous. And there's so many bugs in the rank system. You think they would actually like make that their number one priority? This is a Dragon Ball game. You think the PvP, the competitive version of the game, would be very like incentivized and prioritized? But no. I personally run into several issues when I try playing the game on controller. I'll get into this really quickly. There's still a lot of bugs on controller, despite me. Unfortunately, I was the one who literally tested the controller as a whole. I don't think there was any of the controller testers at the time when the game was still in development. There's still a lot of bugs. Sometimes I'll randomly not be able to fast fly. Sometimes I can't like use my move. Sometimes I can't even like running M1 or none of that, honestly. And it's getting ridiculous. It really is. What else? I mean, that's really all about it for controller. And there's just a lot of bugs. Speaking of bugs, though, why would you make a ranked system, or why would you make a Dragon Ball fighting game, and you're gonna have people inside an enclosed indoor space? You're making a fighting game about people who fly in a inside, and it's not even that big either. See, I would understand if they expanded the size of it a little bit, but no, you can't go up in the air. Like my screen, mind you, I have lock on, so it's even worse for me. My screen is literally blinded by the roof of the area because I can't see what I'm attacking as I'm comboing someone when I get them in. Even a launcher, a simple launcher combo will have me blind, and I have to predict and guess what I'm doing. Right? It's literally a matter of muscle memory at that point. And oh god, don't even get me wrong. Don't even get me started with the blinding. The auras in this game, they look pretty. They look good. But do I want to see that while I'm fighting someone? I have to track them? Absolutely not. Like, oh Jesus. I think the aura should definitely be lowered, or at the very least, like just have a way to disable them. I looked in the settings and I noticed that there wasn't a way to specifically like lower the auras in the game. I don't think there's any way of doing that. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, it's not a very like comfortable experience when you're trying to play ranked, because you're always waiting when you're actually in a match. It's just nonsense. And I feel like the combat is very ping based. I can perfectly I know the timing for a lot of combos. It's just very inconsistent sometimes. Like a launcher into a downside is sometimes true, sometimes it's not, and it's like, really, I'm doing it at the exact same time. I'm doing the inputs perfectly. Why is it sometimes true? Why is it sometimes not? I don't understand ragdolls and all that. It's just like I don't really get it, right? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, and you know, even like putting the combat aside, back to like how the system works in general, it's absolutely ridiculous. There are some people that spend like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just playing ranked and doing all that for love of the game to get the little statue in the back. Also, I think the concept of statues should be monthly again, because eventually we're gonna get to a point where people are just like a million wins and no one will ever get up to that. But I feel like it's not really skill based. The rank system isn't exactly skill based. See, I have fought in a couple of the people that were on the statues. I fought in Astro Train, I have fought in Elevendi, I have caught them lacking before, and let's just say, a lot of key attacks, not really that much combos, not a lot of like fundamentals being used there. The players, I'm sure they're good, but like I wasn't really impressed by how they were playing. Like, if that makes sense. I feel like it's more so like who plays the most, because believe me, if I had 24 hours of my day to dedicate to Final Stand Remastered rank, you'd probably see me on that statue every single day. And I unfortunately can't because I have higher responsibilities in my life. But let's just say if I had as much free time as I did when I played ABA and Anime Battle Arena ranked, oh my god, I would be the devil at this game. But the players that I do fight that are like genuinely good at the game, they're mostly just testers, or like they actually developed the game. So when I fight those guys versus like people on the ranked like statues, the difference is insane. But also that brings up another point. These devs are making like very like horrible like decisions with, like the tax, and like it incentivizes a very bad play style, okay? Key moves. See, when I heard for the first time that key damage would be more useful in PvP, I didn't mean I hope that the game is me flying up in the air, running away from my opponent, and shooting key blast, chip damaging them to doom and despair. Absolutely not. That is not what I wanted. No, no, no. I hope that there would be actual key combos, but no. I'm so serious. If you ever come across a Frieza or an android in ranked, I hope you're ready for hell and nothing but just doom and agony. You're going to be chasing around. Bro, you are literally going to be playing a track star game. You're going to be chasing your opponent the entire time while they shoot key blast and do nonsense at you. And every time you try approaching them, they just stun you. Now, given there is a way to counter that, I know how to, and I just combo the hell out of them whenever I get my hands on them. So for me, it's not an issue. It's still annoying though. Now imagine an inexperienced player, someone that's just playing ranked. Oh, I want to play ranked, and they come across a Frieza for their first match. They're never gonna play again because the play style of Key is just bad. I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it. Mind you, I have this on stream. Elevendi, the former statue winner on here, he literally said in his own words, he knows that how he's playing is extremely, well, I can't say that word, but I think you all know what I'm referring to. The way he plays is very passive. He plays like a passive person, if you know what I mean from my older audience here. He knows that. He's admitted that. And he does it just because he wants to be like the number one or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I understand his affinity for the statue. I don't, trust me, I do. Those who know. But to play like that for hundreds of hours, thousands of matches, and never like not even once, like, you know, maybe I do want to practice the game more. Maybe I do want to combo a little. Maybe I want to actually understand the game's fundamentals more. Actually, no. I'm just going to three-shot you with all my key attacks and call it a day. That's really all there is to it. And also, there is absolutely no scaling in the ranked at all. Whoever's telling you that everybody has the same stats in ranked is lying to you, and they need to, like, get, like, executed for just saying that sentence alone. That's kind of my quip with it. I feel like passive play is becoming a very popular thing in ranked, and there's not really that much, like, punching, per se. And I love it when I get in like a close quarters fight with people. But sometimes, like I said before, the game is pretty inconsistent when it comes to like the base combat, which should be impossible considering they quote unquote refined the combat. Um, M1 sometimes won't really hit. Whenever I try doing a running M1, it just won't activate, even though I literally have my controller overlay on the screen, so I know what I'm clicking is correct, and it's just not going to do it for some reason. There will be times where I try to like do a launcher or even all that, and it just doesn't work. I know your speed stats has a factor in it, but mind you, I will be going into a tournament finals, and I'm like 4 absorptions deep, and for some reason, my attacks are just not going to come out. And I don't know why. I'll experiment more on this later, but who knows. But I am a firm believer that this game's combat is ping based and it is not actually timing based. Well, okay, obviously everything is timing based, but you know what I mean, right? Some things in this game are just either going to happen or they're going to not, and you never know. I think ranked as a whole needs a whole rehaul. Just go. This is quite literally a situation of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The past 2 games that Snakeworld has made have had almost the damn near same identical leaderboard system. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You press a button and you queue with somebody in your range. It's like, that's it. It's perfect. It's fun. But no. We want to be different, huh? We want to be different. No. I think, like I said in my older video, this should be a game mode. I think this whole tournament thing should be a game mode. It should absolutely not be like the way ranked is. See, this strikes me more as like a King of the Hill from Mortal Kombat kind of game mode. I just don't like it. We need a queue system. We definitely need a queue system. Cause like while you're waiting, right? I know there are things you can do in the game like while you're waiting. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't want to sit there and combo NPCs or dummies because guess what? I'm going to get interrupted or people are going to start attacking me. And even then, attacking outside of the ring does nothing. Because guess what? You could have low health and the game will not regenerate you. That's also my issue with it. Why can you not get all your health back after every ranked match? Is it just to make it more difficult to win? I'm so like you don't even get all your key max back. See, if you got all your key back after every match, I would understand, but not getting either is ridiculous. What if while I'm waiting for my match to come up, I want to PvP somebody outside and then they get me the low health? Oh, well, too bad. I only have 1 retap to drink and then that's it. Like what? No. I want to do other things aside from just waiting there and watching people fight. Like no. Like what? And like the whole practicing thing with the dummies, can I get like an actual like explanation as to why we have dummies out for anybody to hit that are not private for like other people? I don't even care if you make this a Game Pass. I mean, hey, knowing the developers, they probably will. But I would like a little area where it's just me and the dummy, like the true dummy, the blocking dummy, whatever, all that. I would love that, okay? I would like a training mode. I just want I just want the game to be more comfortable for like PvP and all that. That's really all I care about. This whole grinding nonsense can go to hell. But don't let my opinion like change your perspective on the game. If you like grinding, great. If you like going after raids and gold tanks and all that, yeah, go for it, man. You want to unlock every single thing in the game. I get that. I really do. But I like fighting other players. The game's content is pretty good though. I mean, I don't really have any complaints. They added Majin Buu, they added the Tuffles, they added everything that I liked about Earth. I feel like some world events and some raids could definitely have been something different. Babbity's ship looked like something I could build in Minecraft. I think well, some things like the Super Cybermen and the Zarin and what else? What else do we have here? Like the Gorilla Dojo. I mean, they're cool, but they really could have been something else, and even the world events as well. I'm sorry, why are we having Super Boo as the world event when like I'm just saying we could have had him in like the Kai planet or something and Kid Buu and all that. But actually, no. I don't really know how else you would have implemented Super Buu into the game. So you know what? Sure, you can have that. But other world events like who's even in the game? What's his name? Friaza. It's so early for this, dude. It is so early. It is like genuinely early. Some of these things are like way too early. we are not going to see Planet Zaros and Friaza for like another year. I think the Zarin could have easily been like, I don't know, Dr. Wheelo, considering it's in an ice area. You know, the place where they fight Dr. Wheelo. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we could have had the ice area be the place where you fight Android 13. Oh, the horror. Oh, the horror. No, let me add my OC that I thought up of when I was high and drunk. Yeah, let me add the Zarin. And honestly, I respect that. I respect that decision a lot, actually, now that I look bad on it. You know, W Snake for saying, you know what, screw you, I'm adding my random OC into the game for just for the love of it, just for the heck of it. Actually, props to Snake for that. You know what, you're right. Sometimes I want to throw in my OCs as well. But maybe that's more like maybe that's for a later thing. I really do hope all of the movie villains eventually get put in as world events or raids or whatever. But oh, speaking of world events, I think they should definitely be absolute. Um, I don't like it's chance based or like luck based 20%, whatever. Like, no, there should definitely be a world event every 2 hours or whatever the time is, the time like how it works for it. There should definitely be like an absolute definitive like there should absolutely be a world event that happens every 3 hours. It can be randomized, I don't care, but oh my god, I have not even came across one world event yet. The only one that I've seen was Friaza during the beta test. I am on this game relatively every day, and I have never seen a world event. I have never actually fought Turles yet. I have never fought Super Boo yet. I have never fought what's his face? Super Boo, there's Super Boo, there's Friaza, there's Turles. Oh, right. I have not seen Lord Slug yet. None of them. Only Friaza in the beta test one time. These should not be rare. Like, I'm trying to think of it from like a developer perspective here. Why would I spend hours and love and joy creating a fun, unique concept for enemies to show up just to make it so they have a chance of spawning in? You know, let me add a very cool and interesting idea to a Dragon Ball game that has probably never been done before in any anime game on Roblox. No, let me make it a chance. You know, let me not have my players enjoy what I created and just get edged every single day of the hour. You know, I think there was this one time with me and Bobby Anera or whatever. He brought up like there wasn't a world event that happened in the past 2 days. That's 48 hours of no world event. Why are they chance based? What is the sense in that? I don't see the sense in that. I really don't. Yeah, bro. Let me spend 10 hours coding a NPC that has a chance of spawning in. Like, you can't make this up. It's you know what, I it's not my game. I don't really have an input on this that much, but if I were to give a real honest rating, not the potential the game has, not how it can be better. If I were to give you a rating of the game right now, it's a 6 or 7. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a 7. It could easily be a 10. See, I feel like Final Stand Remastered could easily be a 10 out of 10 if they just fix some things, you know. I mean, ranked is definitely a big one, but also the game is only averaging 2,000 players now, and I'm like, well, where did everybody go? Oh, right. Maybe because a lot of things in this game are like not very enticing. Like I'm not gonna sit there every 2 hours and hope for a world event to happen and I have a chance of beating him. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for my raids. I'm not gonna sit there and like just wait for people to fight. None of that. Also, I think a majority of the game is just waiting. Like a lot of you're gonna spend the majority of your time on this game literally just AFKing. Whether it be doing push-ups in the gravity chamber, whether it be waiting for your match, whether it be just sitting there waiting for your raids to come out, whether it be just sitting there to like do a quest or any of that, a lot of it really is just standing there. Maybe we need something that every player can join in and do. Maybe we need a ranked system.